Hey, it's Saturday. Nice to see you. That means it's time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler, where you ask a specific question and I give a specific answer. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, last week it was StarCon, and I did the Saturday Psychic Sampler live as our Saturday evening entertainment, and it was so much fun. So, thanks for that inspiration. And I will let you know we are hard at work planning StarCon 2024. It will be the third weekend in January. So mark your calendar now and plan to join us in person or online. In the meanwhile, of course, I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, or in person in Palm City. And on Tuesday, if you are a member, we have our members only live stream. We're doing Tarot for Healing. So part class, part readings, all fun, all good, all informative, and for members only. So the links for that are up. If you're not a member now, you can become a member in order to join us. All right, I thought I would use Spiral Tarot today, one of my very favorites. I will take questions in the order in which I see them. And of course, specific questions are preferred for the Saturday Psychic Sampler. Smile Soul 20, you're the first person I see. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Trey Cameron, you're the first question I see. Thank you for being a member. Can I maybe have some advice from Spirit on transforming and moving forward? I feel held back and I can't find motivation. All right. So let's take a look and see what we see with all of that. Let's see. So the first, there's a million questions in this. The first question is this feeling held back. What is that? And I think a lot of it is two things. It's you not knowing what's really going to feel right for you, and not knowing what decisions to make. So what's holding you back is lack of your own knowledge. You need knowledge. You need to know what's going to feel good, what your options are, what your possibilities are, and then you need the ability to make those decisions and move forward. When we say you can't find motivation, you're motivated AF. There is no problem with your motivation. The problem is that you're in that sense of, maybe the paralysis of analysis. You're not unmotivated, and stop talking bad about my friend like that. You just don't know what to do. And when one does not know what to do, one does nothing. That's not lack of motivation, that's lack of knowledge. So, what do you need to know, or how can you find out what you need to know in order to move forward? I think this may be a case where you have to be willing to do something different or something new, where you have to let go of all fear. If there is anything in you that's holding you back, it's fear. And so you have to let go of the fear. That's kind of the big deal. Let go of fear. You have to recognize that you have spiritual guardianship around you, and that there's nothing you're going to choose that's really going to hurt you. And when we look at the choices that you have in front of you and that you need to make, think about what you really, really, really want. You have to figure out, it's like that, God, now I have a Spice Girls song in my head. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Now tell me what you want, what you really, really want. What do you really want? That's what you got to figure out. I can't figure that out for you. Give yourself permission to figure out what you really, really, really want and go for it. That's what it really is, in my opinion. Let me know what you think. And Lady Lenormand, thank you for becoming a member. We appreciate you, and we appreciated you so much at StarCon. And you're doing a couple of different things in the lounges during the StarCon Afterglow. And for those of you who have StarCon tickets, remember Remember that we have 2 lounge events today, 3 p.m. Eastern Time and 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Katrina Wynn and Maria Hernando, respectively. So make sure you join us in the lounges on Excel events as that portion of the Afterglow starts. Trey, thank you. Very accurate. Fear has been the main problem. Yep. And Justina's singing right along. I wanna. Right, I didn't just date myself there, did I? Okay. Febborn, you're up next. I'm open to hear Spirit's advice or predictions. All right. Elizabeth, I love you in pink. Thank you. Pink has been my color this year. I think since I lost some of my hair color, as I've gotten older, pink has become like my new thing. So I'm going to be all about pink for the next little bit because I'm having fun with it. Not a color I would have chosen earlier in life particularly, but here it is. All right, Febborn, I'm open to your Spirit's advice or predictions. Well, we're predicting travel. We're predicting some money-making opportunity. We're predicting and advising better care of physical health and logical thinking to meet your goals. How about all that? Peggy Lou, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Wondering how long COVID will last. Will it end fast? Will Bill get it? My fever capped out at 102.8. Yuck, now normal. Still having breathing problems. Should I see a doctor? Using prednisone and that helps. I have COPD, so I do check my OT levels. Okay, I know you're not a doctor. All right. So, well, okay, first of all, do we think Bill will get it from you? 50-50. Or if he gets it, will he show symptoms? It could go either way. I think for you, Peggy Lou, the only real reason to see a doctor, as long as you're checking your O2, is if it's quick enough to get Paxlovid. If not, I don't really see the point of exposing other people in the doctor's office. I think you have to be really careful watching that O2. Be really, really careful. And if it dips, then you gotta, don't just go to the emergency room if it dips, because you gotta be careful, especially with that COPD. So it is the breathing that is really the issue for you, as is typical with COVID people. But with your COPD, it's an issue. So keep track of that oxygen rate, big time. I have a feeling as long as you can keep the oxygen okay, I think you'll be mostly better within 2 weeks and all the way better in 3. All right, Unicorn Rocks by Maya. Nice to see you, Maya. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. I am wondering if my late Holiday and Penny Ann have message for me. They might be busy with Dempsey. Okay, well, first of all, are they with Dempsey? They are. They're really trying to help with Dempsey, but also you. And Holiday, just a message of love, really. And Penny Ann is feisty, man. Penny Ann's message is to not let anyone treat you bad. I don't know what that's a reference to. But Penny Ann wants you to stand up for yourself. You can figure out what that's about. Adriana Belange, so nice to see you. Here, I'm very frustrated because I haven't been able to find a new job, and I don't get recognized in my current job because my boss doesn't appreciate my work. When would this change? So first of all, in terms of looking for a job and what you've been doing to look for a job, I feel like, you have actually been looking for a job, but I feel like you could up your game there. You could spend more time and energy looking for a job, and that would be helpful. The current boss is who he is. That's not going to change. And if he really didn't appreciate you, you'd be gone, I think. I feel like he does appreciate you. He just doesn't feel the need to show that appreciation, which is really egregious and ridiculous, but there it is. So I think a new job is the right thing, and I think you need to up your game in looking for a new job, and you'll find one. Horse Van Dunn, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Who in spirit is helping me at this time? Or will Doug's brother be very generous with him now? Okay, I'm going to go for door number 2. Will Doug's brother be very generous with him now? Not as much as he should be, because he has his own issues. There is love there, but there are also significant issues. And I think this is something, Horse Van Dunn, that you and Doug have in common, is you both have these sort of heavy family issues that you're each aware of and are trying not to are trying not to let rule your lives appropriately. So that's really the key. The key is that you and Doug, in a way, are together to hold each other accountable for releasing weird family issues. Seriously. How about that? Okay, George, what is the main reason my BF broke up with me? I don't think it was personal, like the BF didn't like you. I feel like the two of you were good together in a lot of different ways, but I feel like the person you were with is really hard, doesn't trust easily, doesn't satisfy easily, isn't good at relationships. So I know this is weird, but I think the truth is this is one of those cases where it's not you. It's not you. It's the other person. The problem lies with the other person, not with you. Amora LPO, is there reconciliation between me and SF soon? All right, let's take a look. I mean, it's possible. I think both of you might be interested in it. So it is possible, but if it worked, if there were reconciliation, it would not last for long. My thought would be, yeah, it could happen, but why bother? Because you know what the issues really are. Okay, mix you here. Michelle in Canada, I've been struggling with my mental health. I'm sorry, particularly in the last 2 or 3 months. I'm in therapy, on meds, etc. Is there anything else I need to do to improve my health that I'm not already doing? This isn't an emergency and I'm not in danger, just asking. All right, so what else can you do to support your mental and emotional well-being? I think you have to acknowledge the things that are hurtful and be aware of them, but get some distance. You have to learn how to have a certain amount of compassionate detachment with yourself to sort of say, yeah, this is what's going on. This is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm dealing with. And it doesn't have to be right up in front of my face. It can be out here. So you can look at it, but have it be something outside of you, not within you. Is that at all helpful? I realize it's very abstract, but if you can get where I'm going with that energy, I think it could be helpful. Audrey M., nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. What do the cards say about me moving? Let's take a look. I think there would be a good opportunity. I think it's a good idea. I could see it happening maybe relatively soon, like spring or summer, as a possibility, and it seems to make sense. Okay, Mary Klein, nice to see you. Does Simo really have cancer, or does he just want to make me walk away? Wow, that's a hell of a way to make someone walk away. Jeez. There's definitely something up with his health, but I don't know that it's as serious as he's making it seem. I think he is using this to get you to go away. But frankly, if a person's willing to do that, you want to go away. You don't want to be anywhere near that. All right, Jeannie Mnuchin, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. I spoke to Kaya. She's adding my name as interested for teaching and teaching a devised theater workshop with seniors. They have several other people interested. How likely are they to offer it to me? The workshop runs from mid-March through April, exactly when I'm preparing for the theater festival. Would I be able to do both? Should I email Kaya and restate my interest? Okay, so first of all, the chance that, will she go ahead and add your name? Yes. The chance of you being chosen is like 50-50, pretty good. If you were chosen, could you do both? Yeah, you can make it work. And should you email and restate your interest? Yes, but like with other things, like it was great to speak with you. Thank you so much. Just want to reiterate like that. Yes. Ali Mammon, nice to see you. Could you please ask the universe if my friends were knowingly being toxic about certain topics, like my career and relationship status? What were their intentions? I recently met up with them and I've had many revelations that kind of confused me, even after processing them. So I'd like some clarifications. So your friends were not being nice. And that is absolutely true. But their intentions were not bad. I think that it was unintentional toxicity, really. And I think you could gently call them out on it and talk to them about it. I don't think they meant to make you feel bad. I think they really do care about you. And, they just weren't having good behavior and they didn't even recognize it as not good behavior. That's how it shows up for me. Does that make sense? Okay. Nalini Kalu, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. And Jillian, thanks for being here for the first time. On Saturdays, we like to do specific questions. So ask a specific question. I'll get to you in the order in which I see you. And again, thank you for being here. Please do like this video and subscribe. Okay. Here we go. Nalini. Nalini, thank you so much for being a member here. We appreciate you. What are my dreams trying to tell me about people I'm not personally close to? When I share my dream, they confirm a detail in the dream that is or has been part of their reality, things I wouldn't know. Man, this is you coming to terms with your own psychic ability and recognizing your own psychic nature, which, you've been hanging out in this community for a while. It's not surprising. I feel like what this is really doing is sort of telling you that if you wanted to pursue, along with some of the other things you do, if you wanted to pursue psychic stuff, you could and maybe should, personally and professionally. Okay, Jack Milo Miko. And I just overscrolled. Give me a moment. Hang on a minute. Okay. Jack Milo Miko. What is Sherry feeling toward me? Confusion, some upset. It's not good romantically. If you were looking for romance here, I would say no. Okay. And Nalini, Brad had a dream that he was climbing a net in the sky with his kids. They never got to the top, but it was a beautiful day and a nice conversation. He wants to ask you what it could mean. So I'm going to give my opinion first, just based on that, and then I'll pull some cards. I think it's all about Don't worry so much about how screwed up they're going to be because of how their mother is and how the situation is and all of that. Don't worry about that. Just maximize and enjoy the time you have with them now. And when you have time with them now, the most important thing is to have a good time with them, and that's really going to matter. That's what I would say. And I think the cards reiterate that. Enjoy the time you have with them and make sure they're enjoying it, and they will remember that. Okay. Yolanda, moved my office. 2 of my friends quit. Very good. Yolanda, thanks for being a member here. We appreciate you. Anything of interest happening for me at work? So with the 2 friends gone and the office moved, Yolanda, you still don't trust anyone. You really can't trust anyone. You just have to do your work. Just do your work. And, you're not going to be here in the long run. That is like really clear. You can keep on looking for other work. Will it be better now that your office is in a different building? It'll be a little better, but just be careful who you talk to. Be careful who you trust. Okay. And Lady Lenormand, so nice to see you as a member. Okay, Kenna, why do I feel connected with my crush? Okay. I think it's attraction. I think it's plain old-fashioned chemistry and maybe a past life connection too. Now, that does not necessarily mean that you would be compatible or that you would or should get together. But I think it's actual chemistry and attraction and past life connection. Aria Wilson, nice to see you. What messages does my ancestor D have for me? All right, messages from ancestor D. To learn to trust yourself and your own decisions. To recognize that, there's a lot that happens in the world and a lot that other people will do to bring confusion to you. That confusion is not helpful. Trust yourself and do the right thing, one foot in front of the other to get where you want to go. That's what you need to do. All right. Karen Hendershot, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Just had an issue at my second job. I'm sorry. What should I do? Find something else? Would I be okay with one job? Okay, so as far as that second job is concerned and the issue thereof, it seems like you're pretty set on leaving. I don't know if that issue meant that you had to leave or not, but, it seems like you're leaving. Would you be okay at this point with just one job? I think you would be okay with just one job. I think you could do it. I also think if you wanted, you could find a second job that was less egregious. So either way is good. To have a little more money, the second job would be great, but you could get a different one. Okay. And Yolanda, Jenna wants to know if there's any improvement coming in her social life. I think so, yes. I could see a very nice group of friends that you'd start hanging out with, yes. Okay, and for Yolanda, Mark wants to know if he's going to get the strictly online position at work that he's hoping will be available soon. I wouldn't count on it. It's possible, but I wouldn't count on it. Okay, Janine Barnes, has anyone in spirit got advice for me? Okay, this is a message from a loved one in spirit who is male. May have been father, grandfather, uncle, great uncle, something of that nature. And the advice... The advice really is to figure out what you want in life and go get it. That you have been limited. Other people have limited you. And now you do not believe that you can have the things in life that you really want. Try to change that belief and go get what you want. Okay, and Elizabeth, a message from what my spiritual team wants me to do. What your spiritual team wants you to do: treat yourself with love and work on your self-esteem. Okay. Oh, and Justine, thank you so much for watching the Katie Kondo interview. Thank you for that, and I'm glad you liked the red and black. That was cool. And Justine, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. And you're about to log into Accelerants and access the Afterglow. Yay. Mediha Ness, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Yesterday, I had the Hermit reversed. It was fitting for how the week went. I went to pick up my daughter from school. The art show they had was like an art fair. Oh, and that's the card you had yesterday. That totally makes sense. I love it. Yes, thank you for that feedback. Perfect. And Angie wants to know any love messages about love. Angie, there's something or someone from the past, a relationship from the past that is in the past, and you need to put it in the past and let go of it. Let go of the past, heal from the past, so you can be open to the future. And Denise Woods, thanks for being a member here, wants to know from your spirit guides what you need to do in the next few months to improve yourself. Envision good things for yourself. Denise, envision good things for yourself. Recognize that you can heal, that you can do the healing you need to do. That's the message. Karen, you don't have to leave except for your own sanity and self-respect. So I say, yeah, I think you do have to leave. Go ahead, leave. I think so. You can get another part-time job. You don't need one, but you might like one. Okay. Oh, Febborn, you're traveling next Saturday. That makes sense with the cards. Very good. Okay, so Ness, Medea Ness. I'm half invited to a friend's birthday. Am I invited? She was maybe busy and didn't realize it was in a rude way. Is she upset with me for some reason? What should I do? Oh my gosh, that's so harsh. That's so harsh. Oh my goodness. Okay, so are you actually invited to the birthday? And yeah, I think you're actually invited. I think you should assume, yes, you should assume that you're invited and show up with a present and not take it personally because she was busy and just being crazy. Patrice Kelly, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay, Arcana Rayo, we're looking for a person's true feelings for you. I think there's been some hurt there, and this person expects you to be there for them, but is going to try to stay away from you because they're feeling hurt. Okay. And Denise, Jerry wants to know what he should do in terms of our relationship. Jerry, you have to make more of an effort. You have to make an effort in your own life to be better in your own life, not just for your marriage, but for yourself. But if you make an effort to be better for yourself, you'll also be better for the marriage. Okay. Justine, once again, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. What's up with the intense brain fog I've been experiencing over the last couple of days? It's hard to describe, but I've just been feeling mentally and emotionally overwhelmed. I've been having issues at home with family and health, so I'm sure that's playing a factor. Okay. I think the physical health is huge. I think you've had something brewing there for a long time and you need to get to the bottom of it. And I think it's a lot of it. And I think it's the culprit of a lot of problems. And you're very good at just pretending you feel okay when you don't. So I think you really got to pay attention to the health And that's the huge problem. And that's even contributing to the family problems. So that's the bottom line of it. So really get on top of that. Christina R., nice to see you. The deadline for submitting a new preceptor. I just overscrolled 1 second. Oh, Ravenna, this is Spiral Tarot. Okay. One of my favorites. Okay, Christina R., the deadline for submitting a new preceptor is next week for school. Should I ask current preceptor if she would take me again next year? Next term, pursue other options, or ask her in a few weeks? All right. So, if you ask the current preceptor, I think you should look for a new preceptor. And I think you should start looking now. I think this preceptor has been good, but I think you need a new one. Now, just for S and G's, if you asked this current preceptor, the current preceptor might say yes. So you could do that. I think it would be better for you to have a different one. But if you wanted to, the current one probably would say yes, so you could ask. But if you ask now so you know for sure. Because I think you got to get on this now. Hey, Reaper TV, nice to see you. Should I start my first business with a childhood friend called Sam? It's a t-shirt business that sounds like fun. So, should you do this? Have a business. Okay, first of all, there's a couple questions there. First of all, having a business with Sam. I think that would be a good choice for a business partner, but don't do anything on a handshake. Have everything written out contractually. Everything. Do not count on the friendship. Make this be a business relationship separate from the friendship. And a t-shirt business, is it a good idea? Yeah, it's a good idea. So it's all a good idea. Just even though we're friends, don't count on the friendship. In other words, make it be like this is a brand new business partner and have it all written down and spelled out. Don't count on anything. Okay. Oh, good. Mix here. Thank you for that feedback. It's helpful. Good. Good. Oh, Maya, thank you for that feedback. Really appreciate it. Okay. Especially, with these kinds of readings, the feedback is helpful for sure. Okay. So, Galactic Community Garden Earth. You are super generous with your time. Well, I appreciate y'all being here. Should I put the crystals back as they were? There's a question. Should I put the crystals back as they were? You don't have to. You could do something different this time. Do something different. Okay, Jillian Anderson, nice to see you. What will happen with Steve? So I'm assuming this is a romantic question. It's implied, it's not stated. This could be a question about Steve, like what's Steve going to do tomorrow? It could be anything. But I'm assuming that this is a romantic question looking at what's going to happen in your relationship with Steve. That's the assumption I'm making, so that's what I'm going to read on. If I got it wrong, what are we going to do, right? What's going to happen between you and Steve? Nothing. I'm sorry. I don't see a connection here. Steve is not a good communicator, and I think there could be conflict and difficulty. I think there could be a walking away. If there's already something there, I think there could be a walking away. And I think there probably should be. I don't see this as a good combination. Hey, Soulstar, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Santiago, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. What can I expect in regards to love life? How can I attract the right man? Well, I think you can attract the right man. I think that is coming. And I think you just need to be open to it and let go of the past and fears and anxieties from the past, and a good thing will come, Santiago. I really believe that. Okay, good. So, Jillian, that was the way we were looking at it. It was romantic, but I don't love it. It just doesn't feel like a good connection for you. I'm sorry. Okay. Ben, Libra Does Tarot, thanks for being a member here. Thanks for being here. Listening in while I prep dinner for the family tomorrow. Always good to see the master at work. Well, thank you so much. Soul Star, having problems with my younger 24-year-old son. What would you recommend to help him? Well, let's take a look. When we look at your 24-year-old son, your 24-year-old son has good ideas for the future, but is impulsive and stubborn and impetuous and doesn't do what he needs to do and doesn't understand the consequences of his actions. You know, he has great ideas, but he doesn't know how to get from A to B. Part of me says just keep him safe. Wrap him in bubble wrap, metaphorically. Keep him safe until he can grow into himself. Because I'm afraid he's like making bad decisions. I'd love to see him in school if he's not already. And I would affirm that he has some good ideas. He just needs to figure out what to do and how to do it to get there. And he's always thinking he's the victim. It's other people's fault. He has to take responsibility for himself, and it's going to take time. He needs to grow up. So try to give him some time to grow up. Let me know if that makes sense. Tina, nice to see you. Can you tell me if the guy I'm thinking of and have developed feelings for has any type of feelings for me other than just being friends? I think he's been through a lot and he's very cautious when it comes to relationships. He's stuck on some hurtful things in his past. Do I think he could have feelings for you? That's a tough nut to crack. It's possible that that could happen, but he's tough. I would not put all my eggs in this basket. There is possibility, but you have to wait and let it unfold because he has a hard time opening up to those things. So I would not have that be your only interest or your only possibility. Jackie Masters, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. And again, it was so great to meet you at StarCon. What do I need to be aware of over the next 4 months? I'm looking for work, bringing closure to certain chapters of my life, plus beginning to work on new interests, planning new adventures. Okay, all good. So, in terms of looking for work, look with an honest, open heart and expect that you could find something really good and get a really good offer. When it comes to putting closure to certain chapters of your life, recognize that that's going to change the way you communicate, the way you see things, the way you do things. It's not going to change who you are. It's going to allow yourself to be more fully who you are. That's the important thing. Soul Star, thank you for that. Wow, that was an amazing reading. Couldn't be more accurate. I'm scared for him. I will wrap him in bubble wrap and love. Yeah. For now, I think that's what he needs. He needs time to catch up. Okay. Adrija, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you, Adrija. We appreciate you. Here you go. You get a party noise. How about that? Adrija, happy birthday. Here, let's look for birthday messages for you. Adrija, you can have in your life all of the things you want. Just don't settle for something you don't want. Keep to the plan. And if something or someone is not in the plan, then let it go. Be open to what is, and you can have all the things you want. Happy birthday. Okay. Jackie, did I see travel in your cards? Not immediately, but yes. Yes. Okay. Teresa C., nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for using members-only emojis. I would love to know how things may go when I file a notice of discovery in Superior Court. I think that's going to open up a whole new possibility in exactly the way you want it to. Very good. Very good. Sione, so nice to see you. Can you tell me if you see anything romantic developing happening between me and... I'm not even going to try to pronounce this person's name because I don't know how, but I'm seeing the name of the person, so thank you. Do I see anything romantic developing there? From my perspective, there's a thought of it, and it logically feels good. It could take time. You got to give it time and be patient, but it's possible. Hey, no definitions. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. No definitions. Should I go to my high school reunion? You know, it's a pain in the ass and it's weird, but I sort of think you should. Yes, I think you should. I think it would be fun. I think you should. Okay, Trey, sister wants to know if Alex is going to be convicted for murdering his wife and son. The trial is on now. Oh, are we getting into true crime here? Okay. But don't we want to know if he actually did it? I mean, that's a question too, right? Okay, so let's look. Do I think he, and I have no, I don't watch any of this. I don't know anything about this. Do I think he actually did it? Probably. And do I think he will be convicted? Probably. All right. Princess Nee, will AD and I reconcile romantically? I think there's a chance of it, but I don't imagine it going well. I'm not sure it's a good idea. I think you might meet someone else that would be better. Yeah, Trey, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. And my question is it possible that this person was involved, but there's other people involved too? I think it's going to be hard to get a conviction, but I do think that it could happen because there's a lot of very crafty people arguing it. All right. Baby cakes. Is there any dating and romance? Any dating and romance in the cards for me this year? I think there can be, but it should start with friendship. You should be looking to develop new friendships, and from friendship that could happen. Yeah, you know, I listen, Trey, I hear you. I listen to some murder podcasts from time to time. I get it. I get it. But that one's weird. It's I had to say probably. I don't have a good definitive sense of it, to be honest with you. So there that is. All right, my friends, it's last call for readings, y'all. If I accidentally missed you, please reiterate your question. If you're here and haven't asked a question, please do. I'll be back Monday morning with a 3-card weekly reading. And Tuesday, 7 p.m., we have our members-only live stream. The link for that is already up. Make sure you find it. And we'll look forward to seeing you there. Trey. Okay, 2 guns were used. Right. I keep thinking it was more than one person, so that totally makes sense. Yeah. All right, my friends, I am available for readings. Feel free to reach out and book. ChristianaGaudet.com. Please like this video. If you have not subscribed, please do. I appreciate all of you. Oh, is it possible his brother is involved? See, man, we're in it now. Is it possible his brother is involved? I would say yes, there's a big possibility of that. Yes, yes. All right, my friends, I appreciate all of you. Take care. Be good.